All right, so I'm a gymnast, right? I train 6 days a week. I used to train 4 or 5 days a week. And in my early to mid years of high school, I would train on Saturday, right, during like late morning to midday. And then after that on Saturday, I would just do absolutely nothing for the remainder of the weekend. It was such a waste of time looking back on it. And in hindsight, I knew that it was a waste of time while I was in that phase, you know? So this was between the ages of about 13 to 16, right? It was it was probably grade 7 to grade 10. I didn't do anything other than, I would talk to my friends at school, talk to some friends at gym, and then outside of those things, I just wouldn't do anything apart from the occasional hangout. And yeah, really regret that. And this is why I'm making this video, because I regret that so much that I just want you guys to not make the same mistake. So if you're 13 to 16 watching this, pay attention. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I would just do nothing for the rest of the weekend after training, and this would, by the end of Sunday, this would leave me with an empty feeling inside, and I dreaded Mondays. So people usually think having a fun weekend will make you dread the Monday even more, because you're so used to having fun and it just goes straight back to work. But no, interestingly enough, if you don't do anything on the weekend, then it kind of just makes you feel like you didn't you didn't accomplish anything, even though you may not have accomplished anything by doing stuff on the weekend. It feels even worse. Now, this situation was partly because I hadn't really built many meaningful connections at school, because I was like a socially autistic little kid. I didn't know how to make friends. I had two good friends who I could have hung out with though, but those two, I'd known them for years, like since early childhood. So they weren't like new friends or anything. I've just known them, and I could have hung out with them. I really should have. I don't know. I didn't. And one of those reasons is because of video games. I would think to myself, oh, I just need to relax on the weekends, you know? And by relaxing, I spent 7 hours playing video games on Saturday and Sunday each day. And this was such a bad way to live. Instead of hanging out with my friends on the weekends, I would just stay inside and play video games, play fucking Fortnite, bro. I wasted so much time on that game. You don't even know, bro. And yeah, so if you're 13 to 16 and you're watching this, the message that I really want you to get out of this is prioritize leveling up your social skills and having fun, leveling up your leadership skills. So whether that be coordinating group plans, introducing people to each other so you can make a friend group, maybe. This is really important. Keep up the other self-improvement stuff, like working out, sleeping right, eating well. But don't go complete monk mode, and don't think that it's okay to just relax on weekends, because playing video games is not relaxing. It stimulates your brain way too much. Still keep up the discipline, learn how to actually do it, but allow, or if you have to, force yourself to make friends, and even just acquaintances that just gives you that little bit of social connection that humans need so much. Be selective with who you become close with, because the wrong people will get you into some really negative habits that will just make your life worse. This is the most important thing. I did say make friends. Make sure you're making the right friends, because if you make the wrong friends, they will just lead you down a slippery slope into doing very bad habits. And I've seen it happen to way too many people in my grade. So I went to two high schools. It's happened to the majority of those people that I've known, they're in bad, just like a negative point in their life after having bad friends that do drugs, don't get enough sleep, they don't prioritize their dopamine. So make sure you make friends who have a similar mindset to you. Now, this is what I've been doing. The last couple of years, I've made such a good group of friends, and I'm so grateful for having this group because, yeah, they might see this, but I'm low-key the group leader. That feels weird saying that, but yeah, I'm low-key like the group leader. I kind of formed the group. And the thing is, it's a small group. Like, there's only 6 of us, and we all have very similar mindsets in regards to self-improvement and discipline and stuff. I'm still trying to get everyone on all the habits that I'm on. Like, not everyone's perfect. Not everyone's going to be perfect. There will be people who they don't have everything. But you yourself, if you have the right mindset, it's your responsibility to get the friends who are almost there onto exactly the right path. And this is such a good feeling, when you have a group of friends that just think like you and they act like you and and they're just on the right path. It's something special, a very special thing. Not a lot of people have it. Also, another thing I want to say is that I've already touched on this, but video games, it's not just, just 1 hour of video games per day. It's so bad for your social life. Unless you're like playing with your friends, even then you're still staying up late. It's bad for your health, not a positive habit. But something I'm really grateful for is the fact that when I was younger, right, because my generation, we had access to like the internet quite early. Everyone had iPads. My generation is like iPad kids. Even though I'm 18, I still was like an iPad kid. But my parents, right, they put this restriction on us where we couldn't use our devices at all until the weekend. This set such a foundational knowledge for me that you should do the things you don't want to do first, and then later, when you finished everything, then you can do the things that you want to do and you think will be fun. Now, my mindset has changed even further with this. I believe that you shouldn't I know that you shouldn't do those habits at all, which is why I don't play video games anymore. It's just a waste of time. I don't have enough time for it. If you're busy enough, you won't have enough time for video games. And yeah, I'm very grateful for that rule that my parents put in. Yeah, that's all. That was, I guess, a shorter video compared to last, but I actually think this one's really useful too. I think all my videos are useful. That's why I make them. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I'm a small channel. I need subs. I need likes.